What's that in the sky? It's a bird. It's a plane. It's SuperKook here, coming to you guys today with a weatherless OU match against Freezing Taco. This was an awesome match against a guy, like I said, called Freezing Taco on the Smoke on Wi-Fi Battle Finder. When we first, connected to each other, he said he was looking for a glorious battle, and a glorious battle this was. If you're seeing this Freezing Taco, good game. It was a really close game. It was a bit of haxiness is on not towards any one player in particular, but there's hacks on both sides. Let's look at my team real quick. I've used this team in the last upload, but like I said, it was a 5-0, so you guys didn't really kind of see what it did. I have this offensive core. I got this Scarfed Lander Styrian form, and he does things like Earthquake and stuff like that, and he's pretty fast and fun shenanigans like that. I have this Life Orb Curum, who does Life Orb Curum shenanigans, because I missed using this thing. I use this thing a lot on PO, and used it kind of, not so much in Wi-Fi battles in my early days, but I did have a soft spot for this thing. It did work really well. I have that Hitmon top to do things like spinning and sucker punching and toxicking, like this mid-game sash thingy, Alakazam, because, Magic Guard and stuff like that, and this defensive core of Ferrothorn and Vaporeon, which tend to work really well together. Looking at his team, I'm seeing a lot of defense with the Nicholas Blissey, Deoxys, so I'm like, oh, that could be a problem. And I'm seeing Scizor and Lucario, so I'm thinking Landorus is going to be pretty important to keep alive. And he has his own Landorus, so Kyurem should be able to take care of that pretty well. So, all in all, as soon as I can break down all of the fences that he has, the easier this match is going to be, because Lucario and Scizor aren't too great defensively, but the Deoxys and Blissey are probably going to be a problem for me. Anyways, I'm going to lead off with my Ferrothorn. He's going to lead off with the Scizor. Right off the bat, he's just going to U-turn right out. Get a little bit of Iron Bar's damage. Looking at the amount of damage this thing does, takes me down to about half. I'm like, right off the bat, Choice Band. This thing is Choice Band. Because this thing is physically defensive, so I know how much it should do. And that's a lot. I just start with the Rock Sneeze, which is into Rizuri Nicholas. Now, I'm just going to stay in, not really fearing the hidden Power Fire, but I'm trying to figure out what he would do with the Rio Nicholas in. He's using me as a setup fodder, so he just sets up a Calm Mind and then go for a Power Up, but I miss. I'm like, dang. He sets up another Calm Mind while I try to hit him with the Power Up again, just to get a bit more damage, and I miss a second Power Whip in a row. I'm like, what is happening, Power Whip? You never miss. Power Whip did work in the last match. My god, that was crazy. But I'm just going to switch into my Vaporeon because I know now he's going to be hitting me really hard on the special side, so I'm going to switch into my special wall. He gets up a third Calm Mind. I'm like, oh dear. I go for Toxic, and I missed that too. I keep missing everything. What is this? He just goes for a Thunder. Hits me really, really hard, and of course Bob's going to go down on the first hit to a +3 Thunder from Ryuk Nicholas. I'm going to switch into my Alakazam. I'm going to go with the Encore, that way I can lock him into Thunder and switch into my Landorus Styrian form, but that's way too predictable. I know it survived the hit because of the Focus Sash, but like I was saying, that's way too predictable. I'm just going to stay in and actually go for a Shadow Ball, see if I can finish this thing off, because I know I will outspeed it. And if he does switch, I'm going to get a lot of damage on whatever comes in. Like this thing takes him down to lower than half, which is great. Blissey comes in, I'm just going for the Psychic to try to finish off that, what's-his-face. I wasn't really predicting the Blissey to come in, but whatever. Does a lot. I got a crit, though, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Miss 3 moves in a row, get a crit. Go for the Focus Splash just to do as much damage as I can before this thing dies. And I get another crit. I'm like, okay, wait. First, I miss 3 moves in a row, then I get 2 crits in a row. What are you doing, Hack Scott? I don't know if you like me or not. He's going to come into this thing, Bullet Punch, of course, is going to kill me because I had 1 HP left, and I'm going to switch into this thing to get off the Intimidate, and I'll be able to take it because I do resist the Steel type. And, yeah, especially with the Intimidate, I'll take that thing just fine. He's going to switch into this thing, and I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. Renix is going to take that. Not the greatest. He took it pretty well, but whatever. I just go for 1 more while I'm still in, He goes for the Psychic, I survived that, and I'm just gonna, of course, outspeed and finish this thing off. So, good job, Landorus, being offensive, and that's what you do best. Switches into Deoxys. I'm guessing this thing is physically defensive, so, there's not really a lot I can do to it. I'm just gonna switch into my Bowl Cut, so I can, get off the Toxic on this thing as soon as possible, and hopefully start wearing its health down with, Sucker Punches. He goes for the Cosmic Power, which is not very good because now his physical defense is going to be a little bit higher. I'm going to get off a second one, but I do get off the Toxic, so I do admit this is kind of a bit stally. I could have sped this up a bit more, but it's not really too bad. Anyways, Toxic damage is doing its thing. I'm Sucker Punching. Well, he's just going to start going for the Nightshade here. That's going to happen for a few more turns. which, like I said, I probably should have sped this up, but, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna say, because I went way ahead of the narration, but whatever. I should have sped this up. I said that like 4 times, but whatever. It's gonna take me down to about 123. I believe here I decided to switch on my Ferrothorn because I want to keep, Bowl Cut having a pretty decent amount of HP, so I'm gonna switch into my Ferrothorn. Of course, he's gonna take that, and he's gonna survive, because, you know, we had more than 100 HP, and that always does 100 HP. So yeah, here I'm going to try to set up the Leech Seed, and I believe that I miss. Oh, no, actually I lied, I didn't miss. He goes for the Taunt, because he predicted that I was going to go for the Leech Seed, and of course, with the toxic damage and everything, would wear him down even faster. I don't think he takes damage from Iron Barbs, but not a big deal. I really don't mind that I didn't get the Leech Seed up. He's only going to survive for one more turn. It's going to bring my Ferrothorn down to a bit lower, but yeah, it's not really that important. Because after this turn, this Deoxys is finally going to go down. So, bye-bye, Deoxys. I do not miss you. You were annoying. Yeah. He's going to switch into Lucario, and I'm going to switch out into Bulka to get off the Intimidate. He's going to go for a Sword Stance here, so now he's only +1. So I'm like, okay, maybe, depending on what he does, I can take a +1, because I'm pretty sure I'd be able to take anything outside of like a Choice Bandit or Life Orb close combat. But now he's +1, he goes for the close combat. That's going to unfortunately take me down. Yeah, oh no, bye Bowl Cut. But here I'm going to switch in El Tigre, the Landorus, I forgot this name, and now I'm going to go off another Intimidate. I know I can take anything this thing's going to want to do after the Intimidate, because I know he's not Bandit or Life Orb, but I didn't see an Extreme Speed. I was Scarfed, I knew I'd be able to outspeed him, but I did survive the Extreme Speed, so that's pretty good for me. He's going to switch into Scizor, so I'm fairly confident he's just going to go for the Bullet Punch, and finish me off. But yeah, I'm going to play that to my advantage, let that thing stay in and die so I can get a safe switch into this thing, which I didn't really need, but whatever. While this thing's in, I'm going to be able to set up the Leech Seed, and I'm going to miss again because hacks and accuracy. Ferrothorn, why are you missing everything you can do in this match? Whatever. I just protect to see what it can do and get a bit of more HP back. Now he's going to go for the Focus Blast, and it's going to miss. Why is everything missing? What is up with the accuracy of this fight? Focus Blast, Focus Mist, whatever. I do get off the Leech Seed, and it's going to start wearing him down, and with the combination of Leech Seed and Leftovers, it's going to take me up to a pretty high amount. He's going to switch into this thing. I'm just going to Protect. Didn't work because, you know, switch, and he goes for the Superpower. Like I said, he's Choice Bandit, so the Choice Bandit Superpower is easily going to be able to take me out. Maybe not easily, but it took me out. But now his defenses are down. You take a tiny bit of Iron Barbs damage. So this is my last thing. I'm just going to switch into this thing. And, you know, Superpower, I'd be able to take that, especially with the lowered attack. So he switches into this thing while I finish this thing off with the Hidden Power Fire, just trying to kill off the Scizor. But because he switched it out and it's Choice Bandit, he was able to switch this thing back in. Switcher was moving to Bullet Punch, and Choice Bandit Bullet Punch will be able to take down my Kyurem for a very, very close 1-0. Hidden Power Fire would have definitely taken him out from that range if I would have somehow survived. But, yeah. That was a really good game, Freezing Taco. If you see this, like I said, good game. Love y'all. Check out Tumblr, Facebook, everything in the description. I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye-bye.